Martin, it's a big win, but what pleased you most about how the boys went about it today?
I thought that, for instance, Maeda's performance was magnificent individually, but it was really, he closed down, got us a goal out of nothing, as he did last week as well too, and I thought that the game itself, it just kind of opened up. It was a bit like a basketball game for about 10, 15, 20 minutes. It was like, we just take a wee bit more care of the ball when we're in really good positions. So we give it away, then Falkirk are coming in the attack with us at the time. So I felt that like that. When we got the second goal, it was great. You feel as if, right, okay, we'll take all the momentum and keep it going. But it was never like that. It was just, I always felt that Falkirk were in the game. Of course, there's a lot of tension around, and those things are very, very natural. But I thought eventually we coped with it.
You quite rightly mentioned Daizen there. As striker performances go, did you get a little bit of everything from him today?
Everything, absolutely. No, I mean he scores the goal that he took to make it 3-1 was brilliantly taken. There's no. And but his whole performance, the closing down for a start of it, which is still very difficult, but still being able to do that in the 85th minute as well, to over in the left-hand corner, things like that. But it was his performance. It was getting in front of centre halves. It was getting the ball down. It was scoring goals. It was like he was given the man of the match. It was like a man of 3 matches.
Now, at the start of the second half, you appeared to have good control of the game. The fans were right behind you, and were you a little surprised at the point that Falkirk got back in?
No, I was not. Absolutely not. I said to the players at half-time, these games are far from over. Falkirk obviously disappointed from last week. Well, if they were disappointed, they didn't show it in their play today. They're always in the game. They felt, it was like a day for them to go on a brilliant pitch to show what they're capable of doing. And no, it was not. It was a wee bit tense first. They got the goal, and then now there's pressure on us. So it was delightful to get the third goal and probably put the game to bed. But no, to answer your question, never felt comfortable in that sense.
Given what is at stake when it went to 2-1, how impressed were you with the response and the introduction of players like Alistair Johnson, Selo Sarachi and Sebastian Tinekti also playing his part in that?
Wasn't it great to see Alistair coming back then after all this time out, and he's obviously a big firm favourite with the fans, and rightly so for what he's done for the football club, and that was great. So he got some minutes under his belt. We'll see what happens during the course of this week. And yeah, it's just players coming on. But I think that's been I would have said for quite some considerable weeks now, with maybe the exception of Tannadice, that players coming onto the field have made a big difference, a big impact in games. And for instance, James Forrest starts today because of the impact that he had made in some of the games. And he actually might have been disappointed not to have started the game. But players are coming on and making contributions, and that's really important for the squad.
And will you be able to afford yourself a chance to maybe put your feet up tonight and take a rest from?
Tonight I will do that, absolutely, and then tomorrow, have a look at the games.
We look forward to what's ahead, Martin.
Cheers, John. Thank you very much.